Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Conrad and today's top story on Cony News is Champ Select reporting and muting. League of Legends has been around for almost 11 years now and is either the game that we love or hate that we love. I mean, how many times haven't we come home from a long day of school or a hard day at work and told ourselves, I'm just gonna play 1 or 2 games today to wind off from a long and stressful day. We fire up our beloved PC or Mac, we start up the League client and then we think to ourselves, you know what, I'm really close to hitting gold, might as well do some ranked games today. So we enter Champ Select Hungry to Climb. In the chat you type, hello fellow teammates, let's have a good game, let's try to win this. Just to be met by Top or Feed, the Yasuo main that goes for the 0-10 power spike, and the legendary, no, the mythical Disco Nunu. You can't dodge because it's your promo, so you have to enter the already lost game. Eventually you lose your promos and those 2 games turn into 5 games as you're desperate to gain back your hard-earned LP. So you go to bed frustrated and the next morning when you wake up for work you're still mad and therefore you yell at the people that you work with. Then those people that got yelled at by their boss, they're super angry and when they go home they go 0-10 on the Yasuo because they had a freaking bad day at work. And the vicious cycle just continues on and on and on. Now, after 11 years, Riot is finally breaking this vicious cycle by introducing muting and reporting in Champ Select. This feature is currently live on the PBE and will slowly be rolled out on all the servers after 2 patches if everything goes to plan. But more on that later. First, let's talk about how we got here and what Riot is currently doing. As League players, we usually say things like, it's getting worse and worse every year, I have more griefers and inters than ever before, and why isn't Riot doing anything? It's hard to say if things are actually getting statistically worse. I would say that it's probably the same over like the last 2 years or something. It's just that it feels so much worse, getting your games ruined over and over again, while we don't actually see any changes. You could argue that it got worse during the quarantine, as people spent more time playing League. If we actually look at statistics for the concurrent viewership of League of Legends on Twitch, we can see that it always peaks around the Worlds. But during the pandemic we can see that we already surpassed that of Worlds 2019 and we're still going strong. If we look at Google Trends we can see a slight increase in searches this year, but that could be due to the number of games that Riot has been releasing this year. No matter the reason though, the last drop of toxicity finally hit the community this year. Voyboy started a revolution with his video about the current state of League and a lot of members from the community joined him. 2 months ago now, Riot Meddler released a dev statement on game ruining behavior, and he says, first off, this is an area we need to prioritize work in more than we have recently. We haven't done enough here relative to current player pain these behaviors are causing. Obviously they knew about the issues in game, but it is strong of them to admit that maybe they didn't do enough yet. Furthermore, he says, we're working right now to figure out which people we can pull off other projects to work on this instead. This proves that Riot is really taking it seriously, but don't expect any immediate changes as these things take time to develop, as the problem at hand is quite complicated. This is about players deliberately ruining the games for others, making it very difficult or impossible for their team to win. It's not about people who are genuinely trying and having a bad game or series of games even. Sometimes someone gets absolutely crushed in lane and dies over and over again. That's very different to a player deciding the game's over and then spending their time trolling others instead of trying to win. This point is so important. There's a huge difference between people who are inting and people who are genuinely having a bad game. I know personally that in 1 out of 10 games I have complete brain lag and every single play that I'm trying is just backfiring. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Even the pro players are sometimes choking on stage. Having automatic inting detection creates a new problem called false positives, where people get punished for no reason. So what is an acceptable trade-off? Let me know in the comments down below. What is your number? Is it okay if you get punished for having a bad day if that means that 20 other people are getting punished correctly? Or is it 100? Or is it 1,000? This is an important discussion to be had, as it will determine how long it will take for this feature to be implemented. Now, do you remember when I said that it feels worse when people are ruining our games over and over again and we don't see anything change? The truth is that a lot more people are getting punished than we actually know about. The problem, however, as Meddler states, is that Previously, you'd only been notified that the user you'd reported had been punished if that punishment was triggered immediately after the game you were reporting them for, and the punishment was for the specific category you'd reported them in. The actual punishment system, however, looks at the player's games over time and aggregates reports from different categories together. As a result, notifications were substantially lower than actual punishments. It is so freaking satisfying to get that instant report feedback screen, and I actually feel like I've been seeing it way more lately. The thing is that if we actually see that action is being taken every time we report someone, then we will have more and more trust in the system. So whenever we stumble upon players who are toxic or who are ruining our games, then it's like easier to take it, as we can just kind of like brush it off and be like, it's one of those games, right? Now I just hope that it would actually show who got punished, what they get punished for, and how they get punished. Do you realize how satisfying it would be to read through their chat logs and see that they got permabanned or something? That would be like, that's the dream! In the arc of toxic players and trolls, a new hero emerges. No, but seriously, Champ Select reporting and muting is currently live on the PBE. It will go live on the North American and the Korean servers in patch 10.13. We are currently in patch 10.12, so next patch. It will then be tested on these servers during patch 13 and 14 to see if there is an actual improvement due to the system. So if a player is being toxic or annoying or whatever, you now have the option of muting them in Champ Select already. And this mute will also carry over to the actual game. If you mute them in Champ Select, they are also muted automatically in-game, so you don't have to re-mute them. And in addition to this mute carries over during the whole session. So if you encounter the same player during the same game session, then they will still be muted. The only expectation is the post-game lobby. When it comes to Champ Select reporting, it is important to note that for now, the system is only there to collect data. Riot is collecting data on the different report types and seeing how it actually affects the game statistically. Depending on their findings, they will in the future, hopefully, roll out punishments that are based around the statistics that they gathered right now. So for now, that means that the report won't actually affect the reported player. Despite that, whenever this feature is available in your region, please make sure to use it properly, because then Riot will have the data that they need to improve the game that we love. I can agree that this has taken way too long to be implemented, but late is better than never, right? I mean, Riot even acknowledged that they haven't done enough in this field yet, and they're being quite transparent in their future work. Personally, I'm very happy that things are finally moving forward. However, it might take some time before we see an actual improvement in game, as it is quite a hard problem to solve. So please, stay patient, and seriously, like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Don't be a part of the freaking problem. Now, with all that said, I just want to tell that I am streaming every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday from 5 o'clock until midnight Swedish time. So if you want to come hang out with me, have a little chat, ask me questions, or just see me play, link will be down below to my Twitch. And everyone already knows the YouTube drill. If you liked the video, please press like. If you have any comments, any thoughts or anything, put them down in the comment section below, and I will answer them all. Subscribe for future content and hit that cute little bell to never miss out on a video again. Guys, girls, everyone, stay till proof both in League and in life.